to Frida Maletsky Healing Arts. I'm your host, Frida, and I am the healing artist. Today I wanted to talk to you about consistency, practice, and trial and error. Yesterday I chatted about being a 1-3 human design projector and how I learn and grow through trial and error. And I wanted to show up again today and continue to practice making a podcast because my road to improvement is consistency. So ultimately I intend to post maybe one podcast a week or maybe 1 and 2. I'm sort of floating that around. I'm contemplating breaking it up so that there's just meditation episodes, meditation and light work episodes, and then just chitter chat episodes so maybe like a Monday chitter chat and a Wednesday light work. Because it was sort of, as I was listening back and sort of thinking through and learning from my previous podcasts I posted, I realized, I'm listening to this while I'm on a nature walk or in a car. And I was like, people can't actually sit down and do a grounding meditation while driving. So I was thinking about the way that people use podcasts and consume them. So I was thinking, maybe there's specific episodes that would be light work and meditation episodes, and then also chitter chat episodes for you to get to know me. And why would you want to get to know me? Well, again, back to the projector thing. What we do in life is we just get busy doing us. We put ourselves out there, and then the people who find us, and they say, hey, what's going on over there? And then they can invite us to be part of their life or community or ask. They have to invite us in. So I need to be invited. It's great. It's like a vampire. But how would people find me in the first place? I have to put myself out there. Hence, podcast, YouTube, Instagram, all the things. Why am I doing this at all? Because I want to form a meditation community. That is my goal. It will start online, and it will be through the Member Up platform, and it'll be a monthly pay program where you have and then I will meditate with the members of that group. And then they would also have access to me through this whole portal that Member Up makes available. But how would I find people to want to be part of my meditation community? Well, again, this is why I'm chatting with you now. That also doesn't exist yet. I'm still in the process of putting it together. I thought this would be a good thing to practice a podcast so that I can practice also speaking extemporaneously as well. All of this is trial and error. All of this is learning. Yeah? So we're learning together. So often we see teachers that are already fully formed. I am totally open about the fact that I am absolutely still learning how to be and best embody the being that I am to share with you. I am absolutely in the growth process. And if one were to ask me, are you ready to do this? The answer to that would have been no. But the growth and the learning is in the doing. So again, this is very vulnerable and raw, but we're doing it together, and I'm going to do that and show that in front of you. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that in 100 episodes of being able to chat with you, I will get incredibly competent at this. But I'm front-loading my learning process right now, because again, that consistency is something I need to teach myself to get better and better and better. But I have no doubt that I'm going to do this and it will come off as old hat. But it will take time because we're not brilliant at anything right off the bat as much as one would like to be. It's all a wonderful learning process. And that journey and road is the beauty, that's the magic. That's where the juice is. It isn't the end result. The ultimate end result for me, where I imagine and picture myself, is I'm older and I am in a role of leadership next to other leaders. We stand in equity together, Equality, equity, standing side by side. In my fantasy, there are other women, but we run a community together, and it is a place where people can come, like an intentional community. That is the ultimate goal, is living in community, thriving. It's some form of meditation community. Maybe we make something together, who knows? But that isn't for quite some time. I have a lot to learn before I get to that place. But there's some things that I do know. I do know that standing in leadership, standing in a place of guidance is side by side with others. It is never a power over, it is a power with, power together. I do know that. And I do know that the road to getting there is me teaching you to use your discernment, to never give your power away, to train your mind like you'd train a dog, to not allow it to run away to the past or run away to the future. You're training yourself to have present moment awareness. I want to help you drop into your body and be here now so that you can make effective decisions for yourself in real time, not on American time, which is like right now, this instant, have an answer. Sometimes we have to pause and wait to respond. That is correct for many of us. Like, each one of us operates differently. So how could one person tell you how to be? You have to learn that for yourself. There isn't any one teacher out there that is going to have like all the answers to all the things that you want. And like, what's the point of you living your life? Because you're not necessarily learning anything if you have one person giving you all of your things. I mean, in the past, people would used to do that, but that's not where we're at right now. That is not the energy of 2025. The energy of 2025 is gathering the tools from many different places and returning to yourself over and over and over again to check in with your own guidance, your own discernment, do your own trauma healing. Do your own work. And it's not easy because we love easy answers. We love simple 1, 2, 3s, step by step by step by step. And that is not where we're at right now. At least that's my hot take. And if it doesn't resonate with you, leave it. Also, that is the journey I am on. And everybody's on their own bag. Everyone's doing their own thing. So some people, this life, they might want to follow a leader, and that's exactly where they are, and that is right and correct for them. So yeah, also take that into consideration. Woo, boy. Let's see. So, consistency, practice, trial and error. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but I'm going to say it one more time. I think I'm going to have chitter chat episodes, which is what this is. And then after I make this, I'm going to just film also a energy work, light work healing video so they can be separate. And then I will have 2 ways that I am trying to teach myself how to do this today and give them a shot. Before I leave you today, I just wanted to, I have my mug of coffee here with the picture of my husband on it. And this is his Dead God cup. My husband loves this game, Binding of Isaac. Perhaps if you're a gamer, you've heard about it. He has played this game. I don't know his hours on it, but it's like something like 1,700 hours or something. And he is like part of, I think it's like 1 to 3% of the population of people that have ever played Binding of Isaac that have gotten to this screen, which is the Dead God screen. It is the ultimate pinnacle of what you can do in this video game that is like a random generator, I think he calls it. I'm not a video game person, so forgive me. He used consistency, grit, and what he calls grinding to get to the point to be able to get to this screen. And I think of that for all of us moving forward with the current energy and the administration and the things that are happening in the United States and the world. We're entering into the grinding stage of the binding of Isaac, where we're just going to really need to buckle up, buckle down, and do each of our own healing work. Get grounded consistently. Make sure that you're turning off the news for your own mental health. And again, trying not to move into fear-driven, anxious anxiety. When you're in that state, it is easier to be controlled. And I would love to invite you to show up for yourself each day, finding ways to follow your joy, follow your bliss, finding things throughout the day that light you up inside, and then doing them. Because that is a rebellious act at this moment in time, yes? To live for yourself and the beauty of your dreams, and to do creative things for you, to get out into nature, to express yourself with drawing, writing, painting, to share yourself some way on the internet in a creative fashion. We need to still be finding the beauty in all things, even though the energy of what's up right now in the collective is a massive amount of fear. Chaos, swirling energy. Something my teacher Rennie says is, be the sequoia so firmly rooted into the ground that the earthquake, the flood, the storm, nothing can sway you. And that is what I'm asking you to do. That is what I will be doing. And how we get there is something that we can do together, yeah? But again, I am just one of the teachers and just one of the signposts, and I can give you, over the course of the podcast, I will share some books that could be helpful with this, perhaps, or other podcasts. But that is your work. Yeah, that is your work. My favorite scene in all of the Lord of the Rings movies is in the second movie. Which one is that? I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's the second Lord of the Rings movie, and it's the one with the tree ant battle. And in that, they're fighting with Sauron, the tree ants, and there is a tree that catches on fire, and another tree releases the water from the dam, and all of this water starts swirling around, and the tree ants, they root their feet into the ground, they get grounded, and the water is swirling around them, and it's rising up to their chests. And then the ant that has its hair on fire, its branches on fire, it just dips down, and just the fire extinguishes, and he pulls his tree ant head out of the water. That is my role model. I want to be that tree ant. When I catch on fire, I want to come back, get grounded, put out the fire. I have my community around me, my community of soul sisters and other spiritual beings and people that I work with. They're going to help, reignite my internal flame, and we're going to keep going. We have to be in community, helping one another as we move through this period of time that we are currently in. But I want to offer hope, because I have absolutely no doubt in my mind, not one single doubt. I know that the future of this moment is incredibly uncomfortable, but I have zero doubts that the light doesn't win on the other side of all of this. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be difficult along the way, but I truly, deeply, absolutely feel in an absolute soul resonance that we're moving into the time where one thing is falling away and we get to see it falling away. And yes, it's uncomfortable. But then we, as the people, get to build the new future. What does that look like? And I say, creatives, get together and let's find out. Let's build that together within community. Let's build it in tribe. It's a very powerful moment. It's an exciting time to be a human on Earth. That is for sure. Okay, so I wanted to probably leave it there. Also, I was listening this morning to yesterday's podcast to check in on it. And I did talk about projectors as guides, and I also interchangeably use the words projectors as leaders. And I didn't want to give any misinformation. So for me, I see myself as a teacher and in a leadership role, so I use them interchangeably. But projectors in general, when you study human design, are the guides. So manifestors or manifesting generators are the people that are like saying at the I don't want to do a hierarchy, but they're the ones that have the energy to create the ideas and help move those ideas forward. And they would work with a projector to be the one to offer some guidance along the way. Because what we're super awesome at is we see the big clarity. We see big picture. We are great observers of people, structures, and we sort of have a bird's eye view of things. So we're able to come in and offer clarity. But I did just want to bullet point that because I listened to myself speak, and this is, again, the learning process. I know what I mean, and I don't have formal training as a teacher or know how to distill things down to talk to you about it. I'm going to be very open about that. I need to learn how to do that. And I realized that I misspoke. I might have meant one thing, but it didn't come out that way. And I was like, I don't want to give you the wrong information. So ding, clarification. All right, my loves. So today's Chitter Chat episode, and consistency, practice, trial and error. Don't be afraid. Don't move into fear. Turn the news off. Return to yourself over and over again. We've got this. We can do it together. I love you. God loves you. Universe, source, consciousness. Consciousness actually doesn't care, but I love you. Have a wonderful day.